Yo, check it, right? It goes like this. I was on my fruit fast, right? And I had started my fruit fast. This was like, I don't know, 7 days ago, something like that. And I was on my fruit fast and I was cruising. And I was like, this is all right. This is good. This is good. But I don't know. I eat 85, 90% fruit anyway. I just, so it wasn't that much of a difference, But I was eating fruit and I was just like, okay, all right. And I was just like, I want to turn it up a notch. I'm like, all right, so let me just see what's up with this dry fast. You know what I'm saying? And so I went and I started researching it and I was just like, yo, I understood dry fasting and what it did, but I didn't understand it to the point that I do now. And what it is I want to do is I want to break this down for you so that y'all understand exactly. I want to break this down so that y'all understand exactly what it is that takes place in the human body. And this video right here, you take this video and you tell whoever is stupid, whoever is telling you, oh yeah, don't dry fast, you're gonna die, you're gonna kill yourself, you're gonna pass out, all of these idiots, all of these morons out there still just eating and stuffing themselves to death, who just don't understand anything about discipline, who run from discipline, don't pay them any attention. Don't pay them any attention at all. Y'all peeped that though, right? Y'all peeped that though, right? I know y'all peeped that. Yeah, that's right. I know you peeped that. Yeah, that's right. At all costs. At all costs. At all costs. Put your life on the line. With your life. Okay, now, this is number one, an intense release of stem cells into the blood, which activates regeneration and the rejuvenation process. I'm going to break this all the way down to the all the way down to the all the way down. Okay? Watch the video. The body is able to self-regenerate and self-rejuvenate. These processes are launched under the influence of stem cells. But while a newborn baby has one stem cell per 10,000 cells, the ratio in a 50-year-old is 500 to 1. Okay? The number of stem cells decreases with age along with regenerating capabilities of the body, but it is possible to increase the release of stem cells into the blood. All right? During fasting, a process of intense body cleansing is initiated as the body rids itself of sick and old cells, creating space in tissues for stem cells. Stem cells are released into the blood in higher volume, occupying this vacated space and launching regeneration and rejuvenation processes. During a dry fast, even more stem cells are released into the blood, a fact that has been proven scientifically. An experiment was done with a gentleman, okay? And this gentleman fasted for a week. After that 1 week, he went into a week of recovery. The number of stem cells had dropped by the end of the 7th fasting day, okay? But during recovery, it soared. This experiment proved that after fasting, the body triples its production and release of stem cells, an effect that lasts for several months. It turns out that the regular practice of fasting can extend life and youth by 15 to 25 years. What does this tell me? This tells me that your body goes into a healing state when you are on your dry fast. It is a healing state. It is healing you from the inside out. But once that stage is complete and you in that phase, your body just now goes Super Saiyan. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like the dry fast is the training sequence for your immune system. While you're dry fasting, your body is pumping iron, it's getting dumb strong, and by the time the fast is over, your body's just walking out there like, immune system just like, Ebola, it's like, psh, cancer, psh, diseases, psh, like, yeah. All right, next, let me break this down. Removal of edemas, tumors, and inflammation. Dry fasting forces the body to obtain water from the cells. That is why the body's superfluous tissues, fat deposits, edemas, tumors are eliminated faster in the case of water fasting. To all my cancer people out there, what do you think you need to do? Stop feeding it. All right. Psychological hunger. During fasting, hunger disappears after about 3 days. If a person practices medical dry fasting, psychological hunger passes in 1 day. Most people who practice dry fasting note that it is easier to endure than water fasting as hunger passes more quickly. I can honestly say it passed in like a day, or I don't know, half a day for me. I didn't really pay it any attention. I didn't need it. You get what I'm saying? I didn't need it. And in all honesty, I think it's because the parasites and the candida inside of your gut, you start starving them out. When they start to become weaker, they don't have as strong as an influence on you and your thought process. And I'm going to break down where your thoughts get stronger, and that also ties into why you have more resilience not to eat. On the 3rd day of dry fasting, a ketoacidosis crisis takes place, much sooner than in the case of abstinence from food alone. The body's metabolism enters a ketoacidosis state. In traditional fasting, this basically takes 9 to 11 days. When you dry fast, this happens in 2 to 3 days. Okay? And basically, this is called autolysis. A body looks for energy reserves inside itself. Where does it take them from, and what tissues are used as fuel? The body knows just what to do. It starts by burning everything that is superfluous and harmful in the body. Fat, tumors, ganglions, inflamed tissue. During your dry fast, cells split faster as the body not only needs nutrients but also water. Okay? The longer the fast is prolonged after the second crisis, the longer it remains in a state of autolysis and the more effective the process of splitting unnecessary tissues is. This is why it's important to reach an acidotic crisis as quickly as possible, which is possible thanks to dry fasting. In order for your body to go into a healing state faster, you need to abstain from everything, food and water, and let the body heal. And if you go and you do your own research, you'll just see that water is a direct cause of inflammation. Okay? Number 3 here, we have the informational purification of the body with endogenic water of life. Endogenic water is the water that is already in your cells, your healthy cells, your fat cells. Your fat cells are 90% water. This is endogenic water. It is perfect water when it is inside a healthy cell. During the dry fast, this is where your body is going to go and get this healthy water. It's going to incinerate those fat cells for you. Okay? During dry fasting, a process of intense cleansing begins as toxins are eliminated. But purification takes place not due to exogenic, external water, but via the cleaner, high-quality metabolic water synthesized by the body. Under the extreme conditions of dry fasting, the body must activate production of its own endogenic water, and only healthy cells are able to do that. Weak and sick cells are unable to produce the water of life. That is why they die and are rejected by the body. However, this is not the most important part of the process. In replacing exogenic with endogenic water, endogenic water synthesized by the body is free from external content. Basically, dead water is replaced with living water. All the negative information that enters the body via exogenic water is eliminated. What does that say? We are also taking in different energy patterns and different thoughts and vibrations by the food and by the water we're drinking. Okay? When we're drinking this water, we're drinking water from here, water from Fiji, water from this, water from that, water from that. We're taking on all this different information from all these different places, and we don't even know what's going on. It gives us less clarity of thought. It puts our body in a very confused state. If you even think about your ancestors or where it was we came from, at any point would they have had to go and drink water that had to come from 500 different countries from all the... Yeah, I'm drinking water from Norway. Yeah, this water's from France. This water's from Italy. This water's from Fiji. This water over here is from Norway. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, water from everywhere. And it's information in the water. All right? Without external, exogenic water, blood and lymph are purified intensively through a sort of internal filtration process. Renewal of the lymph and blood during dry fasting takes place only thanks to endogenic water, water of life. As a result, by the end of dry fasting, 2 of the body's most important fluids become almost completely pure. Correspondingly, all the body's tissues through which blood and lymph circulate are purified of external content. Okay, the phenomenon of purification is one of the main advantages of dry fasting. This effect cannot be achieved by abstinence from food alone. This unique mechanism eliminates all the negative content that enters the body via external water and cannot be achieved through any other kind of medical fasting. You will not get this result if you are putting water in your body. This does not happen if you keep putting water in your body. When you want to do the best stuff for your body, I'm telling you right now, when you want to do the best stuff for your body, you want it to be the most disciplined thing ever. Okay? If it feels like it's too easy and you don't feel like you're going through something, then you're not. And if you're not, then your cells aren't. You get what I'm saying? During dry fasting, this is for improvement of immunity, anti-inflammatory effect. During dry fasting, a body has a more powerful immune response and fights inflammation more actively. All inflammations are fed by water. Remember that. Okay? Which is clearly demonstrated by the edemas containing pus and lymph that form near wounds on the body. When the body is deprived of an inflow of exogenic external water, it uses endogenic water very carefully, only for feeding healthy cells. Damaged cells, as well as various bacteria, viruses, and parasites, suffer from a lack of water and die. All right? During dry fasting, people often have a fever. The increase in body temperature that takes place, are y'all listening to what I'm saying? During dry fasting, people often have a fever. The increase in body temperature that takes place during medical dry fasting leads to the creation of a strong immunologic response. The concentration of biologically active substance in the bodily fluids also increases. These include immunoglobulins, immunocompetent cells. As a result, T cells proliferate. Anti-tumor and antiviral activity increases. The bacterial capacity and phagocytic activity of neutrophils increases. Now that sounds crazy. The cytotoxic effect of lymphocyte grows. What did they talk about when they just said that right there with the phagocytic activity and the neutrophils and all that? What that is inside your body, when a foreign material comes into your body, you got like these phagocytes. Look like aliens, slimy creatures. They're like the blob. And when they see these foreign things, they just go like this. And they encase it like that. And they pump enzymes into it. And they kill it, basically. And, they break it down into a waste product, pump it into the blood, and they get rid of it. And this activity is what increases here. Okay? So anytime you have something in your eye and you pull something out, you got like that slimy stuff that's on there. That is those phagocytes doing their job. That's the alien defense system in your body. This is what all it does. This is all it does. It does it all day long. It encases things just like that, eats them, consumes them, and removes them. Okay? The growth of microorganisms and their virulence decreases. Fever during dry fasting is very good, as it indicates that the body is fighting infections. Each cell in the body is turned into a kind of small furnace or reactor, and the toxins inside it are destroyed. If a cell is too damaged, it is eliminated completely. So please tell me why it is every single time we go through a healing state right here. Everybody wants to cool the fuck down. Everybody wants to stop the fever. Everybody wants to stop the body from trying to heal itself. Can somebody explain that to me? They can't. They can't explain it because they went to like medical school. Yeah, they can't explain that. Number 5, through cleansing without supplemental treatment. All right. Basically, it's saying dry fasting with enemas, saunas, and all these other procedures with traditional fasting are not necessary because the body doesn't need any of the external waters that go along with it. Okay? Many people appreciate that dry fasting does not require any of the enemas and all the rest of that stuff that are added to it. And as they also mentioned in here, the body temperature rises during dry fasting. All right. This mechanism not only increases the body immune system, but also turns each cell into a tiny nuclear fusion reactor, which destroys everything that is superfluous, harmful, or foreign. Okay? So, every single person that has a sickness or has an illness or has something in their body, the idea, okay, is not so much to consume things, because we get into a bad habit of thinking that, oh, I'm sick, I'm going through this right here, let me go and eat this herb with this, let me go make this green smoothie with this, and let me go take this in, and I'm gonna get me a gallon of water, and I'm not drinking enough water, and I'm gonna drink the water with this. And what are we doing? I just told you that water is a cause of inflammation. It forces, alright, no, I don't want y'all treating water like it's evil, okay? But if you have inflammation in the body, water is going to feed it. That's just what it does, okay? Water feeds inflammation, okay? There's a reason why animals aren't walking around inflamed, limping, crippled, and diseased, okay? After reading this, and after you listening to me, how often do you see, your animal constantly drinking water? How often does any animal anywhere drink water? Even the herbivores in the animal kingdom, they'll just chew, and if they do get water, they're getting water from inside of the little niblets or the plants that they're eating. That's where they get their water from. Like a giraffe. A giraffe will get like 10% of its water from a water hole, and it will only go do that in certain situations where it is stressed or, foraging is rare. Otherwise, it's not going to do that, because in order for it to find a water hole, it actually has to put itself in danger. So it's not going to do that. So everything in the animal kingdom that you can see does not sit there and consume water all throughout the day under the guise that it has to fill its body with this water. We have healthy water inside of us that our body will use if we let it do its job. But first, we need to have the discipline, okay? We need to have the discipline to withstand a dry fast and abstain from food and water. You already know how many different religions do it around the world, but we need to just start implementing this in our everyday monthly regimen, like a 3 to 5 day, a 3-day to 7-day dry fast is necessary. And don't listen to those people who's just talking about you're going to die, and you're going to pass out, and you're going to this and you're going to that. Okay? You're not. All right? It's not going to happen. You're not going to die. Your body's going to go through a healing state. That's why I'm explaining this to you, so you're more comfortable with the process, so you understand what's going on inside your body. Okay? I have another video here, and I'm going to actually break down the how super it makes you, how your cells rejuvenate, the tests that they were done on it, how it actually burns fat compared to muscle, and the ratio. I'm making that video right after this one. So if you watch this video, watch it, then watch this video again. And then after that, I'm going to make the video following up this video and watch that video too. It's going to put a lot of things together, and it's going to let you know that our constant breakfast, lunch, and dinner is what's killing us. Okay? And we need to scale that back and start putting things in our body that will be able to rebuild us from the inside out, instead of actually counting on everything else to build us from the outside in. In order to rebuild the inside of this, you have to create a rejuvenation process. You have to shut down everything external and just start renovating every single thing. You ever see an old building or something like that that just needs repairs? What do you know is the cheap fix? Yeah, let's just put panels over that. Yeah, let's just put a new roof over the old roof. Yeah, that paint, that grill. Let's just paint over that horrible peeling paint and that spackle. Problem's still there. We ain't do nothing. Okay? We need to focus on clearing out the problem. And in order to do that, you need to dry fast. Because once you're taking everything out and you're redoing everything, then what do you see? You see the whole entire structure coming down. everything getting ripped down. What gets left? The only thing that gets left is something that actually can hold something, something that can stand something, something that can withstand the structure. If that is not left there, then you just don't use it. And that's your body. Your body worries about the internal structure. It worries about renovating itself from the inside out. And it can't do that if you're constantly putting stuff in. So get it out of your head that you need to put stuff into the body. All right? Try fasting part 2. Coming right up. Oh, and don't forget, at all cost. At all cost. Okay? At all cost.